So by the end of this video, you're gonna know exactly what the Claude AI passive income stream that nobody is talking about is, and I'm gonna show you 3 real people running it right now. A teacher who hasn't done any work in over 3 months and he's still pulling over $80,000 a month passively. One of my community members, a nurse who hit a full-time income in roughly 2 months from a complete standing start, and myself with actual receipts on my own business where I only have to work 4 hours a week and I'm making 6 figures a month from work that I did years ago. And I am not making any of this up, and I've personally made over $10 million from my own online business. Plus, I've worked with both active income and passive income, so I know the difference between the two. And I've worked with hundreds of community members, and I mean hundreds, using this exact same playbook. And what most of them have figured out is damn near unfair. But here's the warning real quick, because all of the AI passive income space is full of slop right now. You'll see thousands of AI hustler gurus telling you to vibe code apps or flip AI prompts on Etsy or spin up some automated nonsense that's supposed to magically print money while you sleep, and it's all bullshit. So today I'm going to be walking you through the real version, 3 real people making real income, and exactly how Claude AI fits in and how you can actually start something that makes passive income. So if you appreciate me making this type of content, let me know by gently cheersing that like button, and let's jump in right now. Okay, so let's talk about this teacher who hasn't worked in 3 months and is still making over $80,000 a month. This is the organic chemistry tutor. And if you go here to his videos, the latest video that he posted was over 3 months ago. And yet he's still making $82,000 just from AdSense alone on his channel. So the AdSense is the ads that pop up on his channel. So when you're watching YouTube and an ad pops up on the channel, the creator of the channel gets 55% of whatever revenue is generated from that ad. And so he was making $82,000 a month passively, even though he hasn't uploaded in 3 months, just from the AdSense he's making from the views he's getting. Now that doesn't count all these other links that he has here. So he has a ton of other links. He has a website that he links to that has lots of affiliate marketing stuff. He has his own products. He's got a Patreon. He sells different sheets, different final exam videos, et cetera, right? And then if you look in his descriptions, there's more links here. So he is very clearly making way more money than just AdSense alone. You know, if he's monetizing even remotely close to effectively, he's probably making over $200,000 to $300,000 a month passively without even uploading videos. And here's what his videos look like. I'll play this really quickly. So this is incredibly simple. He literally just draws on the screen. He's probably using like an iPad to do this. And he's got pretty bad audio as well. And that is pretty much it. He's pretty much just making content, answering questions that high school students and college students are gonna be asking for the next 1,000 years, basically, right? And that's why his content never dies, because it's evergreen, right? People are gonna need to know how to find the domain of a function, trigonometry for beginners, how to solve quadratic equations, introduction to limits. People are gonna need to know this stuff going forward into the foreseeable future. And that's why this video, 8 years after it's posted, is still getting 85 views per hour. This one, 8 years after it's posted, is still getting 134 views per hour. This one's 75. This one's 67. This one 108. This one 149. etc., on and on. Now, I'll be honest with you guys, when it comes to the word passive income, I kind of hate this word because there basically is no such thing. There's no way to just passively make income without doing active work first. But this is the closest thing to passive income that you're possibly gonna get to. You make a video and it acts like a little piece of real estate, like a little piece of digital real estate. It's almost like a little soldier, right? It just goes out and its only job is to 24/7, without ever taking a break or taking a day off, get you views, get you subscribers, and make you money. And that is exactly what the Organic Chemistry Tutor has done for his channel. And this guy's name is Julio Gonzalez, and before he was the Organic Chemistry Tutor, he was just a normal tutor. And he was teaching people this exact stuff that they were having issues with: chemistry, basic math, organic chemistry, algebra, trigonometry, etc. He was just teaching people that stuff on a day-to-day basis anyways. And all he did is, instead of just teaching it to somebody else live without recording it, he taught it to somebody else live and he just recorded himself doing it, and then he posted it on YouTube. And that completely changed his life. So this was literally what he's already doing, what he's already good at. He didn't have to get good at anything else in order to make this happen. Now, I don't know what the hell rectilinear motion is, okay? I have no idea. But somewhere right now, a student, as I'm saying this, is watching this video on rectilinear motion. And they're probably watching it because they're taking a physics class and they have no idea what rectilinear motion is or how to, do rectilinear motion, whatever that is. And so they search it, they find his video, and he makes money. Okay, now multiply that by millions of students that are searching every single week across hundreds of videos that he made years ago, and that is the income engine, and he is not even having to touch it. And like I said, he's selling all kinds of stuff on his website, so he's probably making way more money from his website than he is just from the ads that pop up on his channel. Now you might be thinking, well, hey, Shane, this is awesome, but he built that channel years ago. What does this have to do with Claude and AI? Because he built it long before Claude existed. Well, he had to do it all manually, and he had to figure out what to teach, he had to write his own scripts, he had to do his own research, he had to plan every single video by hand. But today, if you're in his shoes, you don't have to do any of that by yourself. And if you don't believe me, check out this video right here. What is marketing? I made this video in a very similar style to the way that the organic chemistry tutor makes his videos, but instead of drawing everything out myself, I just had an animator animate it. And the only thing I had to do with this video is to talk for literally 3 minutes. So me talking for 3 minutes made me over $7,800 just from AdSense alone. And everything else was taken care of. Someone else came up with the idea, someone else wrote the script, someone else edited the video, someone else animated everything, and all I did was talk for 3 minutes. That's it. And this video makes me a few dollars every single day, like 3 or 4 years after I posted it. So this is how you do it. You open Claude, you tell it what you actually know, what you've been teaching, tutoring, explaining to friends and family for years, and Claude pulls out the entire content library for you. The 100 most searched questions in your field, the exact explanation scripts, the on-screen examples, the SEO optimized descriptions, the video titles that people are actually searching for. Now, by the way, if you want access to the Claude skills that we've actually used and trained to do all this stuff for you, you can check that out by clicking the link in the description in the pinned comment below. So any prompts or Claude skills that you need to follow along in this video and do something similar to that, that will be in the description in the pinned comment below. Definitely check those out. So with this, what took the organic chemistry tutor 5 to 10 years of trial and error to figure out, you can compress it into about a weekend. You stay the expert, but Claude just removes every excuse that you used to have for not starting. Now here's how to start. Open Claude and paste this prompt. I want to start a teaching style YouTube channel about subject that I already know, and then go ahead and copy and paste the rest. You can literally just copy and paste it on the screen, or you can just download the stuff that I put in the description, the pinned comment below as well. And then just fill in the information. Now the key here is at the very end, I put interview me until you have enough context to give me a great answer. Now, if you're watching this and you're thinking, well, Shane, this sounds great, but I don't really know what subject I'm going to teach people about, right? I'm not an organic chemistry tutor, so I can't do this. Actually, you almost certainly can. You don't have to do academic subjects. There's so many other subjects out there that you can do. And I'm going to show you a couple examples here in a moment, but we have a live training this week where we will be giving you the niche validator that is trained with a Claude skill. It's been trained on thousands of hours of us helping literally thousands of people select their ideal niche. Okay, so if you want to select an ideal niche that you can do this type of content with, either on YouTube or any of the other platforms either, then go ahead and attend this live training, because we're going to be giving you the skill and we're going to be teaching you how to select the niche. And then at the end, I'll answer literally any question that you have. So click the link in the description in the pinned comment below to check that out.
All right, guys, quick break. This video is sponsored by me. I wanted to let you know that I'm going to be doing a live training this week where I'm going to be revealing the YouTube content advantage in 2026. It is a completely free training, no strings attached. In fact, I'm giving away even more bonuses at the training. Just as an example, I'm going to be giving away my niche validator. And this is going to be available for both Claude as well as ChatGPT, which is a super valuable piece of software where you can finally figure out what the best niche for you is. So do not miss out on this training. Make sure you sign up for it down in the description and the pinned comment below, because you only get it if you join the training. So if you don't join now, you might miss it. But that being said, in the workshop, you'll get to meet me. You'll get to ask me questions directly. So I look forward to meeting you. So click the link in the description in the pinned comment below. Make sure you put it on your calendar. And if for whatever reason you missed out on it, you weren't able to attend, make sure you still click that link, because we might be having workshops in the future as well, and you'll be the first to know about it. So yeah, hope to see you there. And now back to your regularly scheduled programming.
Okay, so one perfect example of somebody who did this is somebody who is in your exact situation right now about 2 months ago. And that is Nurse Jen, right? She was wondering, what in the world could I make content about? Because you might be thinking, well, Shane, that's great for the organic chemistry guy. He's been doing this for years, but what about somebody who just started like me? Well, good question, okay? So let me introduce you to Nurse Jen, right? Nurse Jen is one of my newer community members. She started working with us just a couple months ago, and her niche is healthcare navigation in the US. Now, if you didn't know about US healthcare, it's a bit of a mess. Okay, the American healthcare system is not easy to navigate. There's deductibles, prior authorizations, denied claims, insurance coding, prescription costs, the entire mess. And I would know this all too well because I was a pharmacist before I started my current businesses, right? So I know all about how messed up the US healthcare system is. And honestly, most people have no idea how any of it works. And you know what Nurse Jen does on her content? Literally what she already tells her patients every single day, right? That is the content that she makes. The conversations that she has with her patients every single day, the stuff that she has to say over and over again, that is what she puts on YouTube. And look at these videos she just posted. It says 1 month ago. It's probably about a month and a half ago. 2 videos with over 500,000 views already. She's already making over $8,000 a month just from AdSense alone, and she's absolutely crushing it. Now, at this particular time, she is doing active work. She's recording the videos. But these types of videos are gonna end up getting views for years and years down the line because people are always looking this stuff up. It's evergreen content, and people wanna learn how to navigate the US healthcare system. So she's already making a full-time income, and it's just gonna go up and up from here because her older videos are starting to compound, and each one is like another little soldier out there bringing her views and money on autopilot. And she is not special. She's just hitting record on what she already does every day. Oh, and by the way, she literally just records her videos on her laptop with her laptop webcam, right? She doesn't have some kind of fancy studio or a fancy camera or lenses or setup or any shit like that. She just records it on her laptop with her laptop webcam, and she's crushing it. Because if you talk about the right ideas and you make valuable content, it really doesn't matter how good your content is when it comes to the production quality. So that's really the key, is finding the right video ideas, and that's something that we'll be talking about in the live training as well. So click the link in the description and the pinned comment below to attend that, where I will be revealing the icon method and really diving deep in exactly how to do that. But yeah, you can go ahead and use the Claude skills that we have linked down in the description and the pinned comment below. Take the information you got from the last step you did, put it into that new Claude skill, and it'll give you a bunch of different video ideas that you can make content on based on the skills that you already have. Now, those are gonna be a great starting point, better than like 98% of other people out there, but it still needs the human touch to actually select the right videos. But Claude is doing like 95% of the heavy lifting for you, and it's making your job way easier. And then what Nurse Jen does is, after it's selected the videos, it's written the script for her, and this is the script that she wrote with just a few minutes of her time, basically going back and forth with it because it actually interviews her, right? So Claude basically interviews her like a ghostwriter. She then puts the script in the teleprompter that's actually built into Descript, and Descript is the recording and editing app that she uses for this. And then she just puts the teleprompter app very close to the webcam and she reads them word for word. Now, she shows her face. The organic chemistry tutor doesn't show his face. You can do it either way. I typically recommend showing your face just because it's so much easier to build your personal brand and get other people to know, like, and trust you if you show your face. You don't have to do it, but it's just way better in most cases. But now you might be thinking, okay, Shane, you showed me 2 really good examples, but can you do this yourself? You're the one selling me on it after all. Okay, fair. Let me give you the receipts on my own channel, right? I've designed my channel in such a way that I only have to spend about 4 hours a week on it. And I want to be precise with my words, right? Have to, okay? So I actually spend way more than 4 hours a week on my business and my channel, but it's because I genuinely enjoy what I do. I love what I do. And I choose to put in more hours, but I don't have to. And there's a massive difference between those two things. And there was actually a full year period of my life where I kind of got busy with other things, and literally all I did on my channel was record the videos. For that period of my life, I averaged about 4 hours a week or less on my YouTube channel. Everything else, the research, the editing, the publishing, the thumbnails, the descriptions, every single piece was taken care of for me. There was even an entire 2-month stretch where I did 0 hours of work. For 2 whole months, I did not work on my channel or my business at all. And that's because I recorded ahead of time and I didn't post anything for 2 months. And the money still came in, the views still came in, and the subscribers still came in. In fact, it didn't even drop, it grew. And that's because the asset was built, right? And here's the experiment that I've actually run on my own channel. I've stopped posting completely for stretches, weeks of 0 new uploads. And my old videos still pull roughly 1 million views a month passively with 0 work from me. And that alone would be more than enough to make 6 figures a month just from my channel while I do absolutely nothing. And that is more than enough to sustain my entire lifestyle with 0 effort. And that's the part that nobody's talking about. YouTube is the 2nd largest search engine in the world. It is owned by the 1st largest search engine in the world, which is Google. And they have basically made a platform where they take care of 95% of the work that's necessary for you to actually make money. All you have to do is just be the talent and record the content. And now with Claude on top of it, it makes it even easier to do this. And let me walk you through exactly how to do this, because the entire reason it works is because of Claude. So it used to be to run a YouTube channel at this scale, I needed an entire team with researchers digging up data, script writers building outlines, SEO people optimizing titles and descriptions, editors, thumbnail designers, community members, replying to comments, etc., etc. And that team, as well as all the tech involved, etc., would cost up to 6 figures a month. And I'm not alone. Alex Hormozi pays $300,000 a month for his content team.
You're spending about $3 million a year on content.
But now Claude does most of it, right? Claude generates my idea pipeline, 20 to 30 ranked video concepts per week, and then I just pick the ones that I like. Claude does my competitor research using the exact method that I teach my clients, what's working, what's not working, what nobody is making yet. Claude writes my outline, Claude packages my titles and thumbnails, Claude writes my descriptions, Claude drafts my responses to the top comments every single video. And what's left for me? Showing up to record, and that's the 4 hours. And that is why my channel keeps printing while I sleep. And it's why I can stop posting for a month and the views and the revenue don't stop. Because the work that used to require a 5-person team, Claude does that work now as one tool while I focus on the only thing that the human actually needs to do, which is to be on the damn camera. Now at this point, you might be thinking, well, Shane, if Claude and ChatGPT can do everything, why don't I just run the whole thing on autopilot? AI can just generate the videos, fake the voice, and I never have to show up at all, right? And the reason you're thinking that is probably because you've seen some of this AI slop content that other people are putting out saying that, they can make fully automated YouTube channels where they do zero work. And anybody telling you that that actually works is completely bull. Okay? AI is a tool. And just like software is a tool, or a car is a tool, or a hammer is a tool, every technological advancement in human history has been a tool, and tools don't do shit without a human being using them, okay? If there is a human being, a competent human being using the tool, they can do way more work. But tools on their own don't do anything. But let's be generous. Let's say hypothetically you could make a content channel purely with AI, right? With zero human involvement. You can't, but let's pretend that you can't. 2 things are gonna happen to you immediately. Number 1, you're gonna get copied, like instantly, like week 1. Right? So there was a trend recently where someone made these weird little AI generated videos of special forces operators getting dropped into ancient Rome or in random situations. And it was actually doing pretty well on shorts, and it looked like it could potentially be fully automated with AI, or at least very close to fully automated. And it was a pretty cool concept. But guess what happened? They got copied a million times, almost immediately, and I don't even think the original channel made that much money. And all of those channels that were making that type of content immediately stopped posting because it became saturated, and nobody wanted to see it because there was nothing special about it, right? So now all those copycat channels are dead and nobody's posted in months. Whereas if that channel would have made the same content, but it was an actual human being making the content, a real personal brand, that would be a completely different story. It would have been much harder to copy them because people were actually watching the content for the personal brand, not just for the random skeleton going around in ancient Roman times. And then the number 2 thing that's gonna happen is YouTube is going to slap you, right? They are hunting AI only content right now. Demonetizations, channel strikes, outright deletions. And sometimes they don't just shut down one channel, they'll shut down literally every single one of your channels, right? And it's already happened to a lot of people doing pure AI content. And even if you escape the copycats, even if you escape YouTube, you'd still lose. And I'll tell you why. Good content gives the viewer a good viewing experience. Now let me repeat that. Good content is going to give the viewer a good viewing experience. So if you build a fake AI avatar of yourself that looks like you and sounds like you, and a bunch of people watch your videos, and then somewhere down the road they figure out that it's fake, even if your content was really good, they're gonna feel betrayed. If you aren't transparent about that, they are going to feel betrayed. So they thought they were watching a real person, they thought they were bonding with a real person, and turns out they were watching a robot wearing a face. And that is the worst viewer experience you can possibly create. And nobody is going to recommend your content after that, ever. So no, Claude is not going to make the whole thing for you while you sip a pina colada. Claude is going to make it with you as your scriptwriter, your researcher, your packager, and your second brain. But you stay the human soul of the asset. Now again, if you have any questions about how this works, or if you have any questions about picking the right niche or dialing in your niche, attend that workshop. And I know that 99% of you are gonna watch my content, enjoy all the sauce that I give out in this content completely free. You're gonna enjoy the Claude skills that we make for you. And you're even gonna enjoy the live workshop that I do for you where I'll literally answer any questions you have. And I give all of that away completely free because my philosophy is to always give 10 times the amount of value that I receive. But there's gonna be 1% of you or even 0.1% of you out there that want one-on-one training, right? You literally wanna work with us one-on-one, either in a coaching capacity or you want us to literally just do the work for you. So if that sounds like you, go ahead and click the link in the description in the pinned comment below in order to book a call with us. On this call, we'll figure out where you are right now, where you wanna be, we'll make a plan to get there, and we'll see if we're a good fit to work together or not. We're only accepting 5 people right now, and we have less than an 18% acceptance rate. And the types of people we typically work with are traditional businesses. Typically, these are businesses making anywhere between $1 to $50 million a year. And there's lots of different types of businesses, but typically it's the type of business that gets clients and works really well with social media advertising. So we're talking law firms, financial advisors, cosmetic dentistries, a lot of other different types of healthcare related stuff like plastic surgeons as well, insurance agencies, and realtors. So the second type of person we work with is online business owners. So we're talking online service providers, agency owners, consultants, coaches, etc. Basically experts. The third type of person that we work with is YouTubers who are getting views, but they're struggling with monetization. The fourth type of person we're working with is YouTubers who are crushing it, but want to crush it even harder. And then the fifth type of person we work with is people who are professionals. They usually have really good jobs, 6-figure jobs. They're making really good money, but they're an expert at stuff and they want to educate the world. They want to give value to the rest of the world by making really valuable educational content. But they usually want to do it on the side via passive income on the side of whatever they're already doing, right? So if that sounds like you, again, click that link in the description in the pinned comment below to book a call. And also check out this video right here of exactly how I grew my channel into a 7- and 8-figure business.